Hello, thank you for stopping by my kitchen. If you're a regular, thank you for coming back. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoy the recipe that I've been baking today. So today I've been baking Shrewsbury biscuits. So the little biscuits, I'll break one for you. Little biscuits with currants in. There. Now Shrewsbury is a town in Shropshire, which is West Midlands in England. I am aware there are two different types of Shrewsbury biscuits. There's a plainer type that has scores along the top, but these are ones with currants in, and these are the ones I've always made. So let's have a taste for you. Oh, I haven't made these for a good number of years and they are very, very nice. So I do put a little bit of caster sugar on top just to give them that little bit of extra. Here's how I made them. So to begin, we need to grease our baking tray, or if you've got two baking trays, grease two baking trays, because this is going to make a lot of biscuits. Or you can use grease-proof paper or parchment paper, whatever you wish. And our oven needs to be on 170 degrees Celsius if you've got a fan. That's 180 without a fan, or if you're Fahrenheit, that's 350. Next, I'm going to sieve 8 ounces or 225 grams of self-raising flour. To this, I'm going to add 4 ounces or 100 grams of caster sugar. Just give that a little mix up together. And 4 ounces or 100 grams of cold butter, and that's butter straight out the fridge. And give that a chop up. We want to get these pieces of butter as small as we can before we go in with our fingers. So then we're just going to go in with our fingers and rub the butter into the flour and the sugar as though we're making pastry. So just until the mixture resembles fine breadcrumbs and there's no of the powdery flour left. And bring it up from underneath too to make sure there's no flour from underneath. There. So at this point we'll set this mixture aside and I'm going to grate the zest of half a lemon. Now today I'm going to use the bigger side. Put that close so you can see it this side. So that would be the smaller side, the bigger side. Because these biscuits have got currants in, I don't mind having bigger bits of zest, but that's personal preference. So about half of the zest. We'll pop that in the bowl. You just run your knife, if you've got one like this, if you just run your knife along and give it a knock underneath, it'll all come out. Give that a little stir about. And then we're going to put 2 ounces or 50 grams of currants in. And just give that a little stir, just to make sure none of the currants are stuck together. Then I'm just going to juice half the lemon. Make a little well in the middle and tip that half a lemon in. Followed by about half the egg to start with. Maybe just over half the egg. You might not need all this egg, we'll see how the mix goes. So we're just bringing this all together now into quite a stiff dough. So kind of the dough that looks like pastry really. I think I will need all this egg today. But if you're only using half to get to the stiff dough, that's fine. Just depends on the day, depends how cold your butter was. And it is a bit of a chilly day today, the weather's turned cold. So now we're just going with our hands, just as you would with pastry, and bring all the dough together. And just keep going until all those crumbs at the bottom are incorporated. Oh, look at me, I'm getting it everywhere. This was a clean work surface. There, that's coming together now. There, that's perfect. So I'm just going to flour the work surface and tip my dough out. Give it a little knead and then we'll roll it out into biscuits. You need to keep this dough moving, and if you need to put more flour underneath or on the top, do. So we're going to roll this out very thinly, kind of the same as you would have for pastry really. Kind of the thickness of the currants. A bit thinner than you would do for a biscuit. So this cutter is about 7 centimetres, which is about 3 inches. Let me bring my tray over. We're just going to cut the biscuits out and put them on the tray. You can put them close together because they won't rise or spread very much at all. I'm just going to sprinkle my biscuits with a little bit of caster sugar on the top, just a little. And if you've got any currants, I don't know if you can see this little one, but it's poking out the side, take that off because that might catch, and this little one here too. They can go in the next batch. And they go in the oven for 15 minutes. So while they're cooking, I'm just going to cut out the remaining biscuits. And once we've used this dough, we'll push it all together and use the remaining dough. So my biscuits have had about 13 minutes and they're looking done. Let's have a look. Yeah, so they were done a little early today. So just cook them until they're brown on the top and then get them off as soon as they're out the oven onto the baking tray. And then I'll re-grease this tray and put these on, and don't forget the caster sugar, and bake them I'll put them on for about 13 minutes next time. So these are my last biscuits out the oven today, and these last ones only took 12 minutes. So do keep an eye on your biscuits. I have made these in the past and they have taken 15 minutes, so anything between 12 and 15 minutes, okay? This recipe has made 20 biscuits today, and all the ingredients are in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you again next week.